What is fear? Fear of being ill. We've all been ill, haven't we, at one time or another? The earth is crowded with doctors and pills. We've all been ill. What is the value or significance of illness, of which you are so frightened? Please. What is the significance of being ill? Has it any meaning at all? Or, when fear interferes with illness, do you learn anything at all? Or can one look at that illness quite objectively, not immediately identify oneself with that pain, that illness, and then battle with it, wanting to be healthy, and so on. So fear of being ill, if one allows illness not to an extreme point of terminal illness, then it has a great significance. It indicates a great deal. It opens the door to many things. But when there is fear, all the doors are shut tight. And we are now inquiring also, what is fear? Fear of losing pleasure, fear of tomorrow, fear of darkness, fear of one's husband or wife, fear of your gurus. Of course, otherwise you wouldn't follow them. Fear not having his peculiar enlightenment. Think of a guru having enlightenment. Fear of so many things. Neighbor, war, the terrorists, and all the things that the priests have put together for 2,000 years in Christianity. And all the things that ancient India has put together, 3,000 to 5,000 years. There are all kinds of extraordinary traditions in India. I won't go into it now. They're really quite extraordinary, some of them. So, there's fear of heaven and hell, fear of the most trivial things of our life. So we're going together, look at the cause of fear. As we said, if one can discover for oneself the cause, then you can deal with the cause. Then you can end the cause. The cause, if you observe very carefully, the cause, then that very cause comes to an end. You don't have to do anything about it, just to observe the cause. As you observe something external, like as you heard the rain on the canvas a few minutes ago, you hear it. And if you hear it quietly, it tells you something. It has its own music. So, What is the cause of fear? Fear of illness, fear of death, fear of 100 little things. Fear inhibits freedom. As long as there is any particle of fear about anything, there is no freedom. It's not to be sought in some other place, though the pastures may be greener across the field. But the multiplication of this fear is growing more and more and more on earth. And if you're sitting down here seriously and considering together, taking together what's the causation of fear, then we can go into it if you're serious concern with the ending of fear. First, we must deal with the psychological fears, not the external fears. That comes later. If the psychological fears are ended completely, then you meet physical fears entirely differently, not the other way around. So obvious indeed that we want to be fearless outwardly. Therefore we divide the countries, beliefs, dogmas, and all that childish business. But if we begin to see the root of fear psychologically, inwardly, not as separate person with my fears, but fear as a whole. Because every human being on this earth goes through fear. Even the gurus, even the priests, even the highest authority in Christendom, they've all fears. All over the world, every human being has fear of death, of lacking love, and dozens and dozens of fears. And because we have fears, we are not ever free. So it behoves us to examine very closely, not analytically, because then you separate the analyzer and the analyzed. Then conflict begins, right? Where there is division, there must be conflict. That's a natural, eternal law.